matchup with the big men down low tonight.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, you're going to see both teams double these guys because they're just too hard to handle. Otherwise, they'll have to do their work and make their decisions quickly.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith into the small forward.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
And here's Brunson. Kleba kicks to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Porzingis. The shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas where they beat the Mavericks.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
The first one falls.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Now here's Schroeder after Luka Doncic's miss. Here's LeBron, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
You just have to discipline yourself not to fall for James' pump fake, because as soon as he gets you up in the air, you're done.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And he makes both free throws. And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws here for the night. That free throw good from Porzingis. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Now, here's Doncic after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
James misses.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. He said the key defensively is keeping Anthony Davis away from the rim, adding he's a knockdown shooter, but you can't take away everything. Kevin will see if they can somehow lull him off.
Thanks, David. He can't get that one, and it's Dallas the other way. Doncic outside. In the corner, it's Richardson. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling, Greg. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
And Doncic, here we go. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Now here's Davis after Luka Doncic's miss. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's LeBron. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Passes it to Richardson. Over Caldwell Pope. Richardson, no luck.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now here's Porzingis. 9 points last game. Six on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Just a minute ago, you and I were talking about the challenges these players face early on in a new season.
Yeah, you know, timing is usually not quite 100%. Chemistry continues to be something you're trying to work out. Usually you're pretty healthy in the early part of the season, but as the season goes on now, you've got familiarity and comfort with each other, but sometimes the injuries pile up.
And Clark, establishing those routines you'll use throughout the regular year, correct?
That's important because it is a long season, as you well know.
chance to check out LeBron James. Great showing for him last season. Last season, 27 points per, 8 assists and 8 rebounds. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboards.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Dallas moving it around. It's stolen by Schroeder. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Now, here's Doncic. Count that bucket. Doncic has got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Schroeder passes to Davis. And it's Drummond with the jam.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Doncic against Caldwell Pope. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and the one skepticism scouts had was his athleticism or lack thereof. And I think he's proven that's not necessary to be a great basketball player. And he's only getting better as he works with NBA trainers.
2 shots.
That one is off. And, you know, you heard about Doncic. Even if he's a step slow, he's always 2 steps ahead with his mental game.
You know, Kevin, that's a great point. Feel, savvy, experience, know-how. You know, he grew up playing against bigger, stronger guys, and that always serves you well as you go forward. So he understands how to create space and anticipate and feel how to get defenders off balance. I mean, he's just a special young player.
Oh, and when you see that step-back 3, Clark, for Doncic, shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what? They say Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Schroeder. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's LeBron. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Doncic, no good.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 9.
Well, I think this is exactly what the coaching staff wants from Doncic, guys. I mean, being aggressive and committed to scoring the ball, looking for his shot.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And the Mavericks call time here. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Here's Kleba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. And there's the pass to Doncic. Got a piece of it and stolen by LeBron. 4-on-3 break. And LeBron throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
For three, Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
And how about the numbers on Andre Drummond? He's coming off an excellent season. First in rebounding, 8th in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Now, here's Richardson. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Down low, here's Kleba, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And he makes that one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Shoots. And another basket for Dallas. 1:52 left to play in the first. Schroeder passes to Davis. Offensive rebound. Mavericks trail by 12. Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Just his first attempt. But they recover it. Richardson against James. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. .125 left to play in the first quarter. 3 on the clock. Here's Doncic.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Now here's Richardson. 7 points in the game. Now Doncic. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Now here's LeBron. He's guarded closely. It's Davis on the wing. Pass to Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
No good from Finney-Smith. Lakers leading by 12. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. James finds Schroeder. Stolen away. Pope loose. LeBron against Richardson. Over LeBron. That shot no good. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell, and it's Brunson in at the point guard.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Anthony Davis. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. On defense, the Lakers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Brunson scanning the floor. Clock at 4. Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for his shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but the one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
Here's Davis. The Mavericks making the shot, and that one's good. Caruso.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Doncic. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Davis kicks to Kuzma. Now here's Schroeder. Brunson covering. Here's Davis. The shot will not fall, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Cauley-Stein, and another basket for Dallas.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Kuzma outside. Schroeder kicks to Kuzma. Here's Davis. Misses from close range. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Rockets. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein, and it goes down 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
right wing. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Lakers leading by 6. Schroeder outside. A floater and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Schroeder.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Schroeder hits them both. Clark, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. Not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Brunson. Last season's performance for him averaged about 9 points per game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Dallas calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. 5th is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Doncic right side. The second effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that.
And the first one drops.
You know, he's the 3rd pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
so he gets them both. Lakers leading by 6. Schroeder surveying the floor. And again, the Lakers no good. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. To the inside, Cauley Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And Cauley Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
And he knocks down the first one. Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
Cauley-Stein hits them both.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Passes it to Harrell. Knocked away and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Powell against Harrell. Now the pass to Doncic, and it's denied.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic passes to Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Here's Brunson following the basket by Anthony Davis. High arcing shot, and he recovers it. They recover it. Here's Powell. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yes, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Brunson with it. Pass to Doncic. 9 feet out, and good that time. Doncic has got 21.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Los Angeles with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Davis. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Alex Caruso. Now here's Schroeder. LeBron outside. Over Hardaway. And again, the Lakers no good. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on an 18-7 run. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Lakers leading by 3. Step back shot. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Shooting 2.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
That's good from Schroeder.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Mavericks trailed by 3. And here's Brunson. 6 points for him. Schroeder comes with the double team. Doncic finds Brunson. Count it. Brunson's got 8.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Schroeder outside. It's rebounded by Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
And it's the Lakers' ball, trailing by 2. LeBron passes to Drummond. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And he makes the first.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Richardson, he's checked in for Doncic. And both free throws good for Drummond. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Kicks it out to LeBron for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Brunson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hardaway, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Porzingis with the block. Here's Richardson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greg, he's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
That's good from Richardson. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. And Richardson drops them both.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
And check out the numbers for Cauley Stein. Good season for him last year. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, the number 33 pick in the 2018 draft, Jalen Brunson, off to a pretty good start.
Boy, I tell you what, this guy is so solid. He was the Naismith Player of the Year and a 2-time champion at Villanova. No surprise to see him handling his business in the pros because he's all business.
That one falls for Brunson. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 18. Cauley Stein grabs the board. 1:51 left in the first half. Richardson outside. Now here's Brunson. Guarded close. Richardson, no luck.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Schroeder, left side. Shoots over Brunson. Offensive rebound. Drummond passes to Morris. Porzingis with the block. Caldwell Pope against Richardson. Good. Richardson's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Here's Brunson. 10 points for him. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And guys, this is the formula for winning basketball. Get to the line and vary your free throws. Their percentage right now is terrific.
First free throw is good. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Richardson drops them both. 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's LeBron. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Six to shoot. From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them on the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got an offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket, and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 21 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played? And that'll do.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Way to grab that rock, Andre.
Lakers trail by 6. Schroeder outside. Pass to Drummond. Shoots over Brunson, and there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Schroeder. And that's 10 points for Andre Drummond. Doncic against Caldwell-Pope. Outside, Porzingis. Knocks it loose. It's LeBron with the drive, and James throws it down.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. LeBron dishes to Davis. Back to LeBron. He kicks it to Drummond, and it's Schroeder in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hands it from downtown. Schroeder's got 9 points.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got 23.
Boy, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
There's the pass to Drummond. James dishes to Davis. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Drummond. Porzingis, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Dennis Schroeder. And, Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, guys, when I look at KP, I think he's got the talent to be a franchise player. As long as he stays healthy, I think he'll be a force in the league for a while.
And he's good on the second. Here's Schroeder. He's got 9. Shoots from the line, and another basket for the Lakers.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Doncic outside. Here's the teardrop. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Davis with the double team. Here's Brunson. Bangs home the trifecta. Brunson's got 15 points.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to James. Davis with it. Caldwell Pope outside. LeBron outside. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Now here's Brunson. 15 points in the game. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And stolen by Drummond. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles on its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. Davis on the follow. 17 points in the game.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Kleba. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
LeBron with the bucket.
James is really a clever player. I mean, he uses trickery as much as he does brute force, proving to be one step ahead of them there.
And the Mavericks call time here. And the trade for Anthony Davis a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 23. Brunson, no good. Here's Caruso. He feeds it to James. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
A moment here to see the numbers for Luka Doncic. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 21 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
No good on that one.
And, you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
And it's tied up with that one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Now here's Brunson, covered by LeBron. Davis against Doncic. That one drops for him. Doncic has got 25 points in the game.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
LeBron with the bucket.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Now here's Brunson, covered by LeBron. Doncic, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. And that one's good, Caruso.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And so it's Dallas with it after the basket by the Lakers. Hardaway, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Here's Davis. He's got 17. Kuzma kicks to James. Davis looking for an opening. And they double up Davis. Back to James. Just 4 to shoot. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 5 assists tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball move.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the rejection by LeBron.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Hardaway. The Lakers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. LeBron passes to Davis. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Brunson with it. He's picked up by James. Doncic against Harrell. Doncic, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now here is Hardaway. 5 points in the game. Back to Doncic. Pass to Hardaway. Over Harrell. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Hardaway.
Skilled at scoring in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige.
They get the rebound, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Now here is Hardaway. He has 7. They double him with LeBron. Hardaway with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Kleba kicks to Hardaway. Richardson outside. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And Ben Gregg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Harrell got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Now Richardson, 15 points in the game. And Davis sends it back, and he gets it back. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Richardson. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Second free throw, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
You know, it would be fun to tabulate how many of LeBron's career points have come on the break. I would just venture to guess he's had a bunch of them.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Passes to Kleba. Now here's Richardson. Back to Kleba. The pass to Hardaway. Sinks the three-pointer. Hardaway has got 7 points here in this quarter.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Los Angeles leading by 6. LeBron outside. LeBron is doubled. Here's Harrell. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
It's Kuzma penetrating.
You know what? At 6'9", Kuzma is a terrific athlete, and he's very good at using that size and athleticism to knife through the defense.
Outside Hardaway. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
1:30 left in the third. And finished off by LeBron.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. No good that time. Great D that time from Harrell. It's Kuzma penetrating. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 6 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 9. Brunson the pass to Kleba. Dallas moving it around. Pass to Brunson. Launches a 3. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Davis, and another basket for the Lakers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's Brunson. James covering. 29 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And the Lakers have possession. They're leading by 8. And they double up James. And Kuzma slams it in.
Kuzma's game offensively very solid, rock solid. This guy can get it done any place on the court. He's certainly a guy to watch out for.
Brunson with it. He's got 18. Here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Schroeder. It's good. And it's a 12-point Laker lead. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We come back right after this. Let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Kleba. Pass to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Morris against Porzingis. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Kleba kicks to Richardson. And Morris comes over to help. Richardson the pass to Kleba. Lets a floater go. And it's finished off by Richardson as he lays it in.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them. And they can use every one of them.
Now here's LeBron. Poked away, and they double up James. Out to Morris. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. No good with the triple.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Kleba. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And finished off by LeBron.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Brunson with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Richardson gets a wide open look. The offensive rebound, Kleba. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
On the wing, James shoots over Brunson. And James with the basket on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded by Schroeder. Richardson outside. To the paint. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Passes it to Harrell. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The
Oh, my
great
goodness! That was special. Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Brunson the pass to Finney-Smith. The pass to Porzingis. Here's Kleba. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Kleba's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Caldwell Pope passes to Harrell. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Here's Kleba. Richardson outside. Outside, Porzingis. Over Harrell. Porzingis can't hit.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
And here's Caldwell Pope. Morris outside. Kicks to Schroeder. It's rebounded by Brunson. Brunson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wide open look. That one wide left. Los Angeles leading by 14. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Puts it up from 12. Got a hand on it. Richardson against Caldwell Pope. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 20.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Morris passes to LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's Finney-Smith after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Porzingis. Morris with the rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Out to the wing. Schroeder outside. Pass to LeBron. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. James has got 41.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. Puts it up from 17. He squares up and sinks it. Brunson's got 12 points in just the second half.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Now here is Morris. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he comes up with the deuce. And the Lakers lead by 16.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Brunson. Passes it to Kleba. Caldwell Pope against Richardson. A three from Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. Richardson with it, now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Porzingis, back to Richardson. And the pass to Kleba. Dallas needs to get off a shot, so it's Richardson with the jam.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Schroeder passes to Morris. Dishes it to LeBron. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now here's Harrell. There's the dish to Schroeder. And he banks in the layup.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Harrell.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Pass to LeBron. Harrell against Porzingis. And it's Harrell missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And it's Schroeder missing.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
James sinks that one from the post. LeBron's got 45 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Out left of the wing, here's Porzingis over Harrell, and the rejection by Harrell. Porzingis against Harrell. Another shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Some changes for the Lakers. Andre Drummond's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Anthony Davis is subbed in for Morris. And Dallas also making a switch. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Richardson. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And they double up James. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 6 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
Brunson kicks to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Schroeder. 4 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19, and he can't bank that one in. Los Angeles leading by 16. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Knocked loose. Stolen by Brunson. Here's Doncic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 27 points.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for LeBron. Mavericks trail by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Lakers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marcus All's checked in for Drummond. Dudley comes in for Anthony Davis. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Jackson comes in for Maxi Kleba. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. All free throws good from Doncic. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now James. Shoots over Doncic. James, no good. And it's Wright with the ball for the Mavericks. Jackson finds Barea. Inside. Here's Doncic. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. 31 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
LeBron has doubled. Pass to Gasol. The Lakers working the ball around now. Caruso looking for an opening. And finished off by LeBron.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with your team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone. front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in a hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Here's Kleba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Clock at 2. Brunson, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell Pope earning these calls.